What is going on YouTube? It's X-Man 1991 back again with another video. Since the defending NBA champs, the Warriors, has been eliminated from the playoffs, this rant right here is going to be my recap of their entire 2022-2023 NBA season. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into this. My recap of the 2022-2023 Warriors schedule. See if I can find it, and I already found it. It's on ESPN.com. The Warriors has finished their regular season of 44 wins and 38 losses. Starting on no, this was their playoff game. I want their entire season. Come on, give it to me. Damn it. Showing me the playoff season again. Come on, where's the regular season at? Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is their entire 2022-2023 schedule. Starting on... Don't tell me it's the playoffs again. Hold on. All right, here we go. First, we're going to do a recap of the regular season, then their playoff season. Starting on October 18th, when they beat the Lakers 123-109. October 21st, they lost to the Nuggets 123 to 128 to 123. They beat the Kings 130 to 125 on October 23rd. October 25th, they lost to the Suns 134 to 105. October 27th, they beat the Heat 123 to 110. Then they suffer a 5-game losing streak between October 29th and November the 4th. Losing to the Hornets 120 to 113, the Pistons 128 to 114, the Heat 116 to 109, the Magic by a point 130 to 129, and the Hornets, or the Pelicans, 114 to 105. Then November 7th to Veterans Day, they had a 2-game winning streak. Beat the Kings 116 to 113 and the Cavaliers 106 to 101. November 13th, they lost to the Kings 122 to 115. November 14th, they beat the Spurs 132 to 95. November 16th, they lost to the Suns 130 to 119. November 18th, they beat the Knicks 111 to 101. November 20th, they beat my Rockets 127 to 120. The 21st, they lost to the Pelicans 128 to 83. November 23rd, they beat the Clippers 124 to 107. November 25th, they beat the Jazz 129 to 118. November 27th, they beat the Timberwolves 137 to 114. They lost to the Mavericks November 29th, 116 to 113. December 2nd, they beat the Bulls 119 to 111. December 3rd, they beat my Rockets 120 to 101. December 5th, they lost to the Pacers 112 to 104. They lost to the Jazz on Sergio's birthday, December 7th, 124 to 123. December 10th, they beat the Celtics 123 to 107. December 13th, they lost to the Bucks 128 to 111. December 14th, they lost to the Pacers 125 to 119. December 16th, they lost to the Sixers 118 to 106. December 18th, they beat the Raptors 126 to 110. They lost to the Knicks December 20th, 132 to 94. They lost to the Nets December 21st, 143 to 113. Christmas Day, they beat the Grizzlies 123 to 109. December 27th, they beat the Hornets 110 to 105. December 28th, they beat the Jazz 112 to 107. December 30th, they beat the Trailblazers 118 to 112. January 2nd, they beat the Hawks 143 to 141. January 4th to January 10th, they had a 3-game losing streak, losing to the Pistons 122 to 119, the Magic 115 to 101, and the Suns 125 to 113. They beat the Spurs January 13th, 144 to 113. They lost to the Bulls January 15th, 132 to 118. They beat the Wizards January 16th, 127 to 118. They lost to the Celtics 121 to 118, January 19th. January 20th, they beat the Cavaliers 120 to 114. They lost to the Nets 120 to 116. They beat the Grizzlies 122 to 120. They beat the Raptors January 27th, 129 to 117. They beat the Thunder January 30th, 128 to 120. February 1st, they lost to the T-Wolves 119 to 114. February 2nd, they lost to the Nuggets 134 to 117. February 4th, they beat the Mavericks 119 to 113. They beat the Thunder 141 to 114. Lost to the Trailblazers 125 to 122. Lost to the Lakers 109 to 103. Beat the Wizards 135 to 126. Lost to the Clippers on Valentine's Day 134 to 124. And the Lakers 124 to 111 after the All-Star break. February 24th, they beat my Rockets 116 to 101. The T-Wolves, February 26th, 109 to 104. The Trailblazers, they beat them 123 to 105. They beat the Clippers 115 to 91. And the Pelicans 108 to 99. They lost to the Lakers March 5th, 113 to 105. March 7th to the Thunder, 137 to 128. The Grizzlies March 9th, 131 to 110. They beat the Bucks on Pharaoh's birthday, 125 to 116. They beat the Suns, 123 to 112. They lost on March 15th, Mike Henry and my godmother's birthday, to the Clippers, 134 to 126. They lost to the Hawks St. Patrick's Day, 127 to 119. The Grizzlies, they lost to them March 18th, 133 to 119. March 20th, they beat my Rockets 121 to 108. They beat the Mavericks 127 to 125. March 24th, they beat the Sixers 120 to 112. March 26th, they lost to the T-Wolves 99 to 96. They beat the Pelicans 120 to 109. They beat the Spurs 130 to 115. They lost to the Nuggets 112 to 110. The last 3 games of the regular season, they beat the Thunder April 4th, 136 to 125. The Kings 119 to 97. And the Trailblazers on Easter Sunday 157 to 101. Now we can go to the playoff games. Round one of the Western Conference quarterfinals, they lost to the Kings. Game one, 126 to 123. Game two, they lost to the Kings 114 to 106. Then it won games 3 through 5. Game 3, 114 to 97. Game 4, 126 to 125. Game 5, 123 to 116. They lost in Game 5, 118 to 99. And they won Game 6, 120 to 100. Then they went against the Lakers in the Western Conference semifinals. They lost Game 1, 117 to 112. They won Game 2, 127 to 100. They lost Game 3, 127 to 97. Game 4, they lost 104 to 101. They won Game 5, 121 to 106. And they lost Game 6, 122 to 101. And like I said, the Warriors has finished their season with 44 wins and 38 losses. Warriors, you played one hell of a season. You beat the Kings in the first round of playoffs, this is the Kings' first time being in the playoffs since 2006, which was 17 years ago since the Kings have made it to the playoffs. Then sadly, you got beat by the Lakers in round 2 of the playoffs. Now they're facing the Nuggets. Keep your heads up, Warriors. Get your shit together. Work on your game. Try again next season. Shout out to Mike Henry, Jaime and Katie Filer, and Haley, Jade, and Brittany, the hosts of the Just a Little Shady podcast. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the description down below. And don't forget, Haley, Jade, and Brittany will be dropping their merch on Friday before they upload the next episode of the podcast. That's going to wrap up my recap of the entire 2022-2023 season of the defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next Warriors rants. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave your comment down below. I will catch you tomorrow for a recap of Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Lakers and the Nuggets. Go Golden State Warriors. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. No more talk.